Hey friends, it's Emily with burlapkitchen.com, and today we're going to make something fun with some paint sticks. So I have 5 larger ones and then I have 2 smaller paint sticks. I put the 5 jumbo, they're the 5-gallon paint sticks together, and then the 2 smaller ones, I cut them down just to kind of hold the larger ones together here in the bag. So I'm just going to hot glue that down in place, and then I'm going to come in with some chalk paint. I'm using white chalk paint. And I am going to paint the jumbo paint sticks here in the front and the back. I keep calling them jumbo, but they're the 5-gallon paint sticks. So we're just going to paint this. Again, I'm just using some white chalk paint. Then I'm going to make sure it's nice and dry. And then we're going to flip it and give the back a quick paint here. And we are almost done here. I sped this up as quick as I could for you guys. And there we go. So we got that painted, and we're going to give that a quick dry. And once everything is nice and dry, then we're going to come in with a little sanding block here and just kind of sand it down to give it a more rustic look. And this paint is kind of like powdery when it's sand, so you'll see there's a bunch of powder. You're going to want to scoop that off, or you'll get the powder on everything. So then I'm going to come in with some shimmer black. I forget what this is called. If you guys remind me, I will drop it in the comments. And I'm just going to take a little sponge here, and I'm going to go over the paint sticks with it. This is just going to make it look a little more rustic. You could also, if you don't have this black shimmer stuff that I have, you could also go over it with some antique wax or something like that. So you can see how that's just kind of darkening the edges a little bit. And this is kind of like a gray-black color. And then I'm going to come in with some jumbo popsicle sticks, and I'm going to draw a little flower vase on the sticks. So I had to use my hand to kind of hold them all together. And almost think like an upside-down triangle that's flat on the bottom is basically what I drew. So then I'm going to come in with my Fiskars scissors, and I am going to clip these. A lot of you have been asking for the link to this. I cannot find it lately. So, if I find it, I will drop the link for it, but recently I haven't been able to find them. So then we're just gonna stack them all together, and I came in with a sanding block just to sand off my pencil marks. And this little sanding block I got at Lowe's, and it is awesome. I use this all the time. They have little, it's like a little yellow block that you hold, and then there's little interchangeable papers you can put on and off on it. So then I'm going to stain, I'm using Minwax in the color Dark Walnut, and I'm going to stain all these popsicle sticks that I just cut. Definitely make sure you wear gloves anytime you stain, or you will get gloves, or you will get gloves. You will get stain on your hands, and it does not come off easily. So once it dries, then I'm going to put these together, and I decided, I wasn't sure about that bottom piece if I should add it or not, but then in the end I decided just to add it. Because it needed a little more height. So then I'm just going to go ahead and glue that into place, so your stick will kind of bump your flower pot up a little bit. And this part, I'm not going to lie, it was kind of a pain because the top stick kept popping off. So maybe try adding 2 popsicle sticks for just a little more height under there. And I got these flowers at Walmart. I've been obsessed with these. You'll see me use them in a lot of my projects because I keep buying them because I love them so much. So we're just going to cut them down and just kind of start arranging them in here how we want. Now the one flower had different leaves on that I wanted, and they just kind of pop off. So you can just pop those off and then pop them onto another flower if you want, like I just did. And it had a little pumpkin one I put in. You see that top piece just fell off. Maybe even some E6000 would help that stay on just a little bit better. Once the flowers were on, it stayed in place really well. It was just as I was putting the flowers in, it was popping off. So once I got all of my flowers in, then I'm going to come in with my favorite, some Spanish moss. And I'm just going to glue that here to the base. Just like that. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of raffia, and I'm just going to make a really simple bow. Just a real quick bow here. I was just trying to get it to look right. And then I'm going to glue that here in the middle of my flower pot. And then we're going to give a little trim. And then next I'm going to come in with a tag. You can find these at Walmart, and then just coffee dye them. Just soak them in coffee for a little bit and let them dry, and they'll get that real rustic faded look. So then I'm going to use an ultra fine point Sharpie marker. These are really good to keep in your craft stash. They're perfect for writing. My other one was dull, so I had to grab a new one. So I'm just going to write harvest on this tag, and then because my handwriting isn't so neat, I'm going to come in and just put little dots on each little point of the letters. So anywhere that the letter has a point, I'm just going to add a little dot, and that's just going to make my writing look a little bit better. And then I'm just going to take that little harvest tag. I cut the little string off of it. And then I'm just going to put that harvest tag right underneath my bow and glue it into place at a little bit of an angle. And make sure everything is looking pretty good. Fix my raffia a little bit and add a little bit more glue here to my bow. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this project. For more fun ideas just like this, please visit burlapkitchen.com. Thank you.